Oh my gosh. Hey, Crazy Dre Podcast. Welcome to the Crazy Dre Podcast show, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Your main man, aka Crazy Croc, aka Andres Podcast. Folks, I'm just going to try to concentrate on the game 2, Seattle or Detroit against Seattle. Detroit's on the road. Obviously, I'm a Detroit Tigers fan. Casey Mize, first start of the 2025 season. He did pretty well last year. He was out in 2023. I think he had a back surgery last year, and then the UCL surgery the year before. Tommy John surgery, what do you call it? Casey Mize had a great start, 82 pitches, through 5 2/3 inning. Uh, he had his stuff back, and I'm very happy about this. Remember last year, Detroit was going to put him in the bullpen, and I did not like that at all. I did not want to see him in the bullpen. I'm happy that Detroit and the rest of the coaching staff threw him back as a starter. I'm just going to go through the game itself. I'm just going to go run down the game. Detroit scored first 2 runs in the first inning, and then the third inning, and then the home run with Riley Green to make it 4-1. Seattle scored in bottom of the 7th. And the game ended at 4-1. Mize got his our first win, and Ken Lee got his first save. But I'm gonna go through the scoring drive. Kerry Carpenter singles to right field, right past the second baseman. Riley Green scores. Carried to second base, so it was a double. Um, for Kerry, I really do like the fact that he's making contact with the ball. He's probably one of the only outfielders out there right now that's on the consistent base that we have, based on the Patrick Meadows out and Matt Verlaine coming back. I'm quite not sure about Patrick, if what's going on with that. Riley Green. Uh, He's actually, he's a little bit concerning for me. I think he's got a bad knee. He did make that. He did hit a ball right past the first baseman, so that Kerry Covers could hit and score him a run. That I don't know why I'm fumbling back and forth. Colt Keith comes up to bat after Torkelson strikes out. Uh, he hits the ball, kind of a loop ball to left field. Kerry Carpenter recognizes that the ball is going to drop. He starts running, gets to home. Colt Keith to second, make it 2-0 Detroit. Going into the top of the third, Spencer Torkelson hits a double. Zach McKinstry scores. So again, I like the fact that we have Torkelson on the field at first base, not a DH. I think with his confidence, you have to put him on the field as a young player. If you put him on the DH, and I know that Gerber Torres is out for another 6 days left on his IL, but with a batter that was one of our biggest prospects, and people are already trying to give up on him. I was kind of in that way, and kind of in the mood where I wasn't really sure what to do with Torkelson, but it's good that he's on the way back. He's corrected his stance. I don't think that he would corrected his swing. I think it was based on how he was standing and turning in his hips and his legs. But continue on the score drive on the bottom of the 7th. Tellez sacrifice fly out to McKinstry. Randy or Zorina scores to make it 3-1. Riley Green hits a home run on the top of the 8th to seal the deal. I will also go through a little many of the stats for you guys at home. Zach McKinstry, third base and left field. Towards the end of the game, I think he was a Baez pitch hit, or was a pitch hitter for Carpenter. No, I think Carpenter went out and McKinstry went to left field and Baez went to third base. So McKinstry 4 for 1, 1 run, 1 hit, batting at 235. Riley Green 4 for 2, 2 hits, 1 RBI, 2 strikeouts. I mean, he's going to strike out. I mean, everyone's going. Castello was at the mound, I think. No, I think that's wrong. I think Gilbert. I'm sorry, Gilbert was on the mound. I'm thinking about that Tarik Skubal and and uh, and Costello game 3 of the 3-game series. Uh, Torkelson 4 for 1, 1 RBI, 2 strikeouts. The cleanup spot, first baseman. Again, I said before, I like the idea that he's at first base, not DH. Confidence is everything for that kid. Carpenter, one of the only outfielders that we have as of right now, because Riley Green is DH. 2 for 1, 1 hit, 1 RBI, strikeout once, batting 267. Abaez pitched it at 2 at bats, nothing happened. Colt Keith at second base. I think that's another no brainer. Uh, he does play. I mean, I think he could learn how to play first base, but with his natural uh, uh, position at second base, that's something that's something that we gotta uh, keep our young youth baseball players where they feel uh, more more equipped to play those positions. Um, Cole Keith, I think I just said that he went for 3 for 1, 1 RBI, 1 hit, batting 188. His batting average is still low, but we can work on that as he warms up as the season goes through. Marget, right field, got him on free agency. Uh, uh, Played with the Twins last year, 4 at bats, 3 strikeouts. It's going to happen. He was hot in the beginning against the Dodgers. Uh, Teams will figure him out one way or another. Uh, but that's just the way it is. Trey Sweeney, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. This kid is shortstop. I don't know much about Trey Sweeney, but he seems to be pretty comfortable at shortstop. Rogers, catcher, 4 bats, 1 strikeout, nothing really there. Creedler, um, at 4 at bats, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, batting 167. It's a tough position for him to go on center field. Probably not really comfortable out there. Again, the game against Seattle, Game 3, with Tarik Skubal at the mound. That's something that he misplaced um, the ball that was hit to him in outfield. Couldn't get to it. That's how Seattle scored the first 2 runs in Game 3 against the Tigers. So going back with Creedler, it's I don't really blame him for that miss error. I mean, yeah, you're an MLB professional baseball player, but when outfielder your outfield um, positions out there are not consumed with injuries, you can throw guys out there and you can warm up guys Creeler like that during the season. The beginning of the year, it's with Meadows out, Verlin out, uh, Riley on DH, it's going to be a lot of problems for Detroit at this point. But it kind of concerns me about Detroit in Detroit because the center field is so big, so wide, so deep that I don't think Creeler is going to be really the guy out there for that. You might have to throw a Carpenter out there. Uh, I don't know if Margette can really play a center field. Again, I say Riley Green's got probably something going on with his knee. It's something that happened against the Dodgers, I think, that he uh, ran into the wall trying to reach out for a ball. Couldn't get to it. Obviously, I think it was a home run actually. So uh, with Casey Mize, he again when I talked about him, he went 5 for 2/3 inning, 1 hit, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, 82 pitches he threw. So I mean, it's under 100. I guess they were maybe trying to protect him a little bit. Um, Brisky came in. Uh, he he got the out. Uh, He did give up one run in that inning. So I mean, the year is still young. So I'm not taking any uh I'm not making over observations of our bullpen. It's still young. Well, still it's a season that's going to be it's a long season, so you can't win and lose in one game in the first or second series of the season. Hopefully, I mean Detroit have a really bad year a couple years ago. Vest came in for one inning. Didn't pop out. Um, he did his job. Callie got his first save. So there you have it, folks. Detroit Tigers, um, coach with Casey Mize first start. Uh, I was going to do a Tarik Skubal game. Maybe I'll just talk a little bit about his second start as a as of the 2025 season. He did get the loss for the game against Castello, Luis Castello. A really tough pitcher, a really good competition for Skubal. Skubal uh, went to college in Seattle. Uh, for some reason, the game of the week for Tarik Skubal day was not even the day that he pitched. It was when Casey Mize pitched. I think that's kind of weird why they would do that. But Skubal, uh, 5.2 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, uh, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts, and gave up a home run. He gave up a home run to Dylan Moore. It was a really good at bat. Dylan Moore really made good contact with the ball. So that's something that uh, that's not against Skubal, but it didn't really help Skubal because Detroit became 3-0, down 3-0 at that point. Again, uh, with Kreeler out in the center field, I talked about this. He misplaced the ball on the bottom of the second. Dylan Moore scored, and so did J.P. Crawford scored to make it 2-0. Long story short, Detroit's going to have to do something about their center field going to Detroit. Huge, huge outfield. Uh, Going back to the scoring drives, top of the fifth, Trey Sweeney home runs. The ball was inside, cranked it. Uh, a lot of left fielders obviously like the ball low and outside. Low and inside. He made contact to make it 3-1. Uh, Riley Green grounded out to third base, but with Riley Kreeler on second and Zach McKinstry uh, was out at second to make it 2 outs, but Riley Kreeler scores to make it the game 3-2. I know that was a bit confusing, so let me go through that again. Riley Green hits ball to third base. It's a very soft ball, uh, not hard at all. The third baseman Dylan Moore went to first base right away. Kreeler was on third. Kreeler scores. Zach McKinstry to second, and and I don't know who was. Yeah, so Riley Green was out. So that's a sacrifice. It was a sacrifice hit or a sacrifice swing, I would call it. So I don't know why it made that so confusing. So I apologize for that. So Detroit ended up losing that game, but I'll go through the stats here. And this is probably one of my worst episodes to do a podcast about the Tigers. So this is something that's a learning curve. I wasn't even going to do this, but McKinstry 5 at bats, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, batting 227. He's leading off. Green is at left field this time, so that's promising to see him back on the field. 4 at bats, 2 hits, 1 RBI, no strikeouts, batting 296. On base percentage, 0.926. Torkelson at first, like I said before, that's a confidence booster for both of these guys, Green and Torkelson. Green, I want him out there so that it creates more of a defensive uh, uh, lining for Detroit. Uh, we need our starters out there. We don't need them on DH. That's just kind of bonkers. Torkelson went for uh, 4 at bats, 2 strikeouts. Again, he's a cleanup hitter. They're going to throw him hard. They're going to throw him the most wicked stuff. Uh, I can't really say what he missed on with the swings or whatever. I didn't get to see the full game. Batting at 318 on base percentage 0.989. Kerry Carpenter on the right field. 3 at bats, 1 strikeout. Nothing much going on for that game. I mean, they're going against Costello, so let's keep it real. Abaya's pitch hits again, and he's at third base for McKinstry. McKinstry goes to right field. Baez didn't do nothing. 1 at bat, nothing happened. Was out. Cole Keith walks 3 times. So 1 at bat, 1 strikeout, but walked 3 times. So it's looking promising for Detroit. They're not just swinging at bad pitches. They're putting themselves on base. They're waiting for the right pitch. They're making the pitcher throw the ball in the strike zone, and they're not doing it, so they're walking. It's a good thing. So Cole Keith batting 1.176, on base percentage 0.675. Malloy, DH. I don't know why he wasn't starting or playing. This is something that's a mystery for me. 3 at bats, 1 walk, batting 0.286, on base percentage 0.929. I don't know why he wasn't playing. I need to do some research about that. I've totally forgot about him, that he was actually in Detroit or playing with on the 25-man roster. Trey Sweeney with 4 at-bats, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 RBI, 2 strikeouts, batting .273, base percentage .713. Folks, looks like Trey Sweeney's kind of the lifesaver for Detroit right now. He's putting himself out there. He's getting on base. He's doing the right stuff. Rogers, uh, the catcher, 3 at-bats, 1 strikeout, batting .143, on base percentage .486. Dingler pitches hits for him, 1 hit, batting .500 at that point, on base percentage 1.417. Uh, you know, this is going to be an interesting part of the Detroit Tigers roster. Do you start to put Dingler out there more? Do you make Rogers as a backup catcher in the future for the 2025 season? That's something that we're going to have to look forward to. Again, Kreeler at center field. At bat 3 times, 1 run, 1 hit, batting 200. He did the hit. I mean, he did his job. So Kreeler came back from that error of the game, uh, misplaced the ball. So that's something to look into. Javier Baez had an opportunity with the bases loaded, and he kind of just hits it right to the shortstop. I can't figure him out with Baez. I think that he probably should have took batting practice with Torgerson, or had a batting coach with Torgerson. Same batting coach that Torgerson has. I think he's just opening. I think he opens up too fast. His hips move too fast. Uh, he to me he puts his swings. He swings the ball in a way that he opens up his body, and he can't reach a ball in the strike zone if it's a low outside pitch or the ball clearly is outside and not in the strike zone, and he still swings. Uh, they do like to throw him a high fastballs. He misses those a lot. It's a concern. We paid a lot of money for this guy. I don't think he likes Detroit. I think the environment for Detroit is kind of like it's not it's not Chicago. It's not Miami or Maryland. It's not southern someplace nice and warm. It's a very old school industrial part of of our state. So I think that he's struggling with probably with more the environment of living in the suburbs of Detroit. They don't live downtown; they live outside Detroit. So I mean, let's keep it real. But it's a place that you either love it or you kind of like I want to leave. I mean, that's Detroit for you. Um, Especially if you're not from Detroit and if you're not from the state of Michigan and you don't have the Red Wings, Tigers, the Pistons, and the Lions kind of background in your life, you're not going to want to go to Detroit or live in Detroit. But it's becoming a very nice city. Uh, I would strongly suggest people to make a road trip to Detroit to see, especially at the end of the year, to see the Red Wings, to see the Pistons, and the Tigers all play at the same time. And you could do this again in the fall. If Detroit's in the playoffs again, you can go watch the Tigers, you can watch the Lions, you can watch the the Red Wings. I mean, it's a nice spot. They have a couple of Coney Islands, hot dog spots next to each other. That's a unique story that someday someone should talk about. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with Bias, but I hope that he warms it up, or else I feel like we should almost consider trading him. Just count your losses with him. Maybe you just got to count your losses. Uh, you got to fold your cards. Make him happy and make yourself happy. And if he doesn't improve by June or May or June, and it's going into July, you might as well trade him to a team or to an environment where he's going to enjoy of the the atmosphere, even if it's again. I think you have to. I would send him to the Padres or send him to. Um, I would maybe send him to somewhere in the South. Maybe Atlanta Braves would pick him up. I think that a couple of prospects that Atlanta Braves would take on for us. I think that'd be something that we can consider. More pitching or more bullpen pitchers, or maybe more outfielders because we're hurting. But that's something to look into. I just don't want us to have a contract with Baez and he's not producing, and we have the same scenario with Miggy Cabrera. Last 2 3 years in Detroit, he wasn't producing anything. We just kept him on the team for good grace. Is kind of what it was. So there you go, folks. I know I went on my little rant a bit about uh, Baez. I hope he does better. I want him to do better, but there you go. Thank you for listening to Crazy Dre Podcast Show. Uh, Come and follow me on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You can find me on YouTube, Patreon, the whole bit. Peace, love, and I'm out of here.